236.
So I messed it up. I will say 230. 77.
Oh man. Okay, so I have a question.
Oh, interesting. This is very questioning.
Is the healing factor part of just like his regular? Is part of? Hang on, it's samurai. It's not whatever. The crow guy is
samurai.
Yeah, but so it's
samurai. Samurai.
According
to a comment we had in our last manga recap
that we didn't fact check in any way, so
listen,
that's our source.
We are not Japanese.
No,
we try our best with these names and everything.
Yes.
And if we had all the time in the world to subscribe, blah blah.
Yes.
We would literally just point to the middle of the screen every time we want to talk.
Every time.
How about we just call him?
He's the blind samurai. He's crow guy. We have a million different names for him. We've literally called him multiple different things in this anime. In this
samurai.
Is that just a function of? I hate that I'm about to do this. Of Tobi Maru, his sword. Is it just like his sword? I think so. Yeah. Because
his sword
it's
a
phoenix.
It's a reincarnation. It brings it back to like its original form after it got destroyed.
Yeah, but that's because it's a phoenix, and the phoenix would have the heal function.
Yes.
So he doesn't have another sword. He just has the same sword.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense to me.
So
because I thought he had a different sword.
No, it's the same sword. I think the sword does it too. Are you talking about? Oh, you were wondering if this it's an effect of the same sword he had before.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought at the end of the last chapter, I thought he had a second sword that did the heal function. But now that they talked about this in the Phoenix, because it's a bird.
Specifically, in the beginning of this, unless he's been rocking two swords the entire time and I missed it. The guy talking about the painting he mentions him.
Okay. Yes.
Samurai.
Yeah.
He mentions him, so it's like he's the one who used it before, way in the back. By the way, I love that these swords are just what.
Wait. The old guy used it?
No. Samurai used it.
Samurai talked about yes, because
the old guy who painted it.
The painting is a reference to the war when Samurai used the Phoenix power.
So he mentioned him using it. So like clearly it's but it's just a classic. It's a classic these swords thing where it's just like, oh, you thought these swords were just like powerful enough? Just kidding. Here's an even crazier ability.
Yeah. Well, it's the law of bullshit. Like it's like and every sword's third ability, their true realm can literally be whatever the fuck.
It's just a wish spell in D&D.
Pretty much.
So I did like how he pointed out, how Chiro pointed out that he didn't heal his eyes. That was cool.
Yes, but even though we got that sick panel of his eyes opening at the end of the last one.
It was cool. But it's just like, literally, like, first of all, when this gets animated, it's going to be ridiculous. In this, what's his name? The bad kid. Hirohiko. When that really cool scene of, first of all, I love that he has this, like, what's that?
Genjutsu?
No. What's one of those women model called an old
geisha?
When he has this old like geisha around the tower and it's destroying it, kind of thing, and then Samurai puts it all on fire and then reincarnate. I was like, what the?
I had no idea what was going on. I reread the panels like 4 times and I was like, it all makes sense.
It's like so it does make sense in the sense of what the abilities do.
I get Samurai's power. That one I get.
The other kids make sense.
I just had to make sure it was from the same sword. The other kid's one, I'm just like, okay, so he, because he understands human bodies or doesn't understand human bodies, doesn't understand the difference between objects or some shit like that.
He can like just destroy anything.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a fundamental understanding of like what these things like.
So the whole thing with like the whole thing with like the it has that. I know what part you're talking about, how like the extension of him, like his like feeling towards humans.
Yeah.
That the only reason that is like shown is that puts his perseverance of his hate towards humans. That's why he could use the last ability. The last ability is broken, and it doesn't. You don't need to think about objects in like a bad way. It's just a broken fucking ability.
Yeah, he has no value in anything other than like Chiro, so he can see all things as like I don't know.
That's why
you had to have an understanding of an object, but then he doesn't have an understanding, which is throwing me off.
That's why he can move humans around because they're objects in his body.
Yes,
but he can destroy buildings if he wanted to.
Okay.
He didn't need his hatred towards humans to do that. It was like.
But wasn't that his grand big third revelation form thing?
No, it's third. Yeah, that's his like most powerful form. But the reason they showed all that kind of stuff was because Chihiro's like, "There's no way you should be able to do this," and he's like, "My hatred is my perseverance, my contempt for all of humanity. That's how I can do this because I have the will. Because I hate. That's why their whole showing is like his contempt towards humanity.
Yeah, his little backstory.
That's why he could do the last ability. Because otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. Because he's so injured. Because in anime, you can never use your abilities when you're so injured.
That hurt, sure.
Or manga, or whatever.
Bunch of characters look like pincushions be fine.
Because that was like the whole thing. Is like in the beginning, it was like he's too injured to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when we're watching an anime, he's like, it starts out, he's like, I can't use my last ability even though I need it because I'm gonna die because I'm too injured. I can't keep up with these two. And then flashback to when he's a kid, and he's like,
already killed somebody.
He already killed somebody with his mouth. But
I was talking about those swords. I didn't catch that. Yeah. He's like, oh, he's killed someone. Okay, good.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he does his last thing, and Chihiro's like, "How could you do this?" He's like, "My perseverance for all my contempt towards humanity." So that's what. Okay. That's all that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And Samura erases all of it.
Yep, just pretty much just ruined his entire plan. Yeah.
I did I did that was like all the rules aside, that was a fantastic little bit of story there. I'm just like, and then in an instant, his like pretty much here he goes master opus gets destroyed.
Yep.
And here goes like sad.
Well, yeah, good. I like Hiroko's first. He's like, why is he destroying everything? And I was like, yeah, why isn't he destroying everything? And I totally forgot. So it's like, first of all, I love that like now when he destroys things, they get on fire.
Yes. Yeah, because
so he can use his Phoenix ability.
Yes. No, we've talked about this before on the podcast. Samura's sword, Tobimaru, or Tobi, it starts with a T-O-B-I, is a bullshit sword.
It is
an absolute, like, there's all these sorts of bullshit, but this one's extra bullshit because of the crow. I'm gonna send all my feathers everywhere and teleport there, and then I have an actual owl eyes in the sky over an entire city. And now, injuries aren't a thing for me. I'm practically immortal.
Yeah, so that's one thing I will say is I really like this manga, and it's awesome. Is it's like, all right, I'm gonna calm down a little bit here. This like Phoenix ability is cool, but like, what the fuck are these other swords gonna do? I don't know. Because like,
how is this not the problematic sword? Like this sword,
it's not an AOE.
Yeah,
it's not an AOE.
Yeah, I get you. Well, I mean,
technically the eye is an AOE.
The eye is an AOE, but the Phoenix firepower targeted an entire ability. So conceptually, it could be an AOE.
It brings things back. It's positive.
That's an AOE.
No, it is an AOE. You're right. It is an AOE. It is an AOE.
I'm right.
It's not a negative AOE.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It was. This sword is a little bullshit.
And also, he's like, even though he is evil, he's not as evil.
Yeah. Yes. I don't disagree with you. Yes. I also would have sealed this sword up, probably.
I would have sealed up all these swords. Like,
I wanted to seal up Cloud Gouger.
Yeah, Cloud Gouger looks like a joke.
Yeah.
It looks like an absolute joke.
It looks like a joke.
That's
the most like
right now like I said, like I just explained, like the one kid, Hiroko, whatever, his sword is Hirohiko. He's manipulating time and space at this point.
Yeah.
A gigantic Genshin.
It started out as a genjutsu and it turned into just like, oh no, I'm actually gonna fuck with reality.
A gigantic geisha just came up and destroyed an entire hotel thing.
Entire building.
That would have killed everyone.
Yeah. The most that Cloud Gouger knew in Chihiro's hands, who was like the genius and all that stuff, gave him a lightning like cowl.
Yeah,
that's all it did.
Yes.
It didn't do anything beyond
It's honestly making I totally forgot where Chihiro's sword is. N10. It's making N10 look like a joke.
It does make N10 look. N10, but N10's gonna do something more bullshit.
Of course.
The laws of bullshit are really coming in
These
hardcore.
These two swords went insane in this chapter. I was like, what the
what is going on?
Right when he's like, no, I saw this Phoenix thing happen. I was like, interesting. What's that? It's like, oh, he can't die? I was like, wait, what?